'Tis the season for spooky, spectacular scenes and tasty treats, and you can find both right now through Ritz-Carlton Sarasota. They have a Halloween display that you have got to see. We've got a behind-the-scenes tour with the creator, pastry chef Lindsay McDonald and her team. Are you ready for this? Take a look.
It's a lot of people who are really crazy, and we really wanted to do something fun for Halloween. We've never gotten to do this before, and so when you take a bunch of pastry chefs who've been dying to do something for Halloween for 5 years, and you finally tell them yes, we're just like, woohoo, we're gonna do everything, but we only had 2 weeks. What people don't realize is everyone's like, well, how many people worked on it? Only 4 people actually had their hands on this display from the pastry department. We're not counting engineers and my very patient boss. This is actually the old fireplace that we had always used for Christmas. I was like, I want to do creepy, we wanted to do heads. We just wanted to do severed heads, but we had to figure out the classiest way to do that for the lobby here. So we thought, well, fireplace, you know, if somebody was going to sever a head, they're going to display them prominently on a fireplace. The heads are all pure white modeling chocolate, elevated on posts in the glass posts to keep them safe from the elements out here. Every fireplace has a painting above it, so we painted that in about 15 minutes with chocolate and dripped the white chocolate. That's actually chocolate up there. The red is all chocolate dripping down. There are parts of that are edible. We tried to keep as much of it edible as possible, but it does have to be out here for a number of weeks, and so it has to be sustainable and not melt as well. The gargoyles are solid white chocolate as well. The hairless cat, that was Amy's little brainchild with the rat. You know those creepy skeletons you see at the Halloween stores? It's just the bones. And then we mold the white chocolate and carve it to the outside of that. The pot was all the broken bits and pieces of everything that may not have worked out so great, and we put it in the witch's pot brew. As we have the little mini light machine and fogger in the middle, it's kind of melting everything around it, so we keep adding new crystals to it, and it's been giving it a really cool look. Like, as you can see, like, the eyeballs are starting to melt down in there. This started out as the book. We were like, well, we need a spell book. Well, then we needed a table. But it was the day before when we decided we needed a table, so we stole an old one from the basement garage and we stripped it down, and we actually covered it completely in fondant and all edible materials, so the entire outside. This is not a wood grain table, it's now wood grained. My babies this year were definitely the Medusa's mine, and the creepy skull guy was mine. This is my gargoyle over here. We gave him the little floppy ears. After I did the ears, I thought he kind of looked like a little dog, so I kept him that way. I am a construction, whole picture kind of person, so I went on to making sure everything will stand, making sure my team has what they need. And I'm sitting back there, I get so jealous, like I'm running around at Lowe's and Home Depot and trying to get all this structure, and they're sitting in there making maggots. And I'm like, you guys at the end of the day get the cool job.
She is amazing.
Stunning. This is a very sophisticated Halloween display. You can take your friends. You can talk about this for a whole evening.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably not for the youngest children, because severed heads and maggots are a little bit creepy. But I love the fact that it's kind of like a, you know, it's the Ritz-Carlton. It's a very classy look at Halloween.
Very lovely.
But she talks about the engineering behind it. I mean, you know,
the craft is incredible.
It is absolutely incredible. All of them, their team comes up with this vision, and then they cover it in chocolate. I mean, what a cool job.
Oh, we've got to see that. And don't forget, the Sarasota Ritz's own Lindsay is still competing in the national spotlight in the Food Network's Halloween baking competition. You can see her Mondays at 9 p.m.